Hi everyone, my name is Aurora Lucas, and I was just 28 years old when I was diagnosed with lung cancer, and currently I'm a 31-year-old lung cancer survivor. And I wanted to bring up this article right here. It's a really, really important one in regards to the history of uranium mining and the Navajo people. In my 1 year of advocacy, I have barely heard about the Native Americans in this work. And I would really like to intentionally make that effort to invite other Native Americans into this conversation. Because even just like reading from this article and from the research that I've done, is that lung cancer has affected the Native American community so much. And I'm wondering why it's unspoken. So I am praying. I am inviting you, if you have been affected by lung cancer and you are Native American, like, I would love to connect and, of course, earn your trust. But I wanted to talk about the article as well. I'm going to link the source in a comment. But from World War II until 1971, the government was the sole purchaser of uranium ore in the United States. Uranium mining occurred mostly in the southwestern United States and drew many Native Americans and others into work into the mines and the mills. And despite a long and well developed understanding, based on the European experience earlier in the century, that uranium mining led to high rates of lung cancer, few protections were provided for U.S. miners before 1962, and their adoption after that time was slow and incomplete. The resulting high rates of illness among miners led in 1990 to passage of the Radiation Exposure Compensation Act. So, the Navajo men actually gravitated to work in the mines, which were near their homes and about the only job available. For many Navajo families, uranium mining represented a first contact with the broader U.S. wage economy. These Navajo families were thankful at the time that they had employment. And actually, the cost of this job, which was uranium mining, which is also used in manufacturing weapons, the cost of it was a lot of these men had lung cancer or lung disease later on. And those that survived the disease are suffering greatly. And when those voices have perished, it was actually their widows that was advocating and screaming from the top of their lungs about lung cancer and its connection to the uranium mines, but nobody was listening. This article also talks about how the government actually intentionally suppressed information regarding radon. This was around the 1970s, 1960s, 1970s. And I think that Native Americans have a lot of answers and wisdom regarding to lung cancer, radiation or radon, and exposure. And I think that, you know, they should be invited to these tables that we talk about in regards to lung cancer. Here, I will also read the conclusion of the article for you. This history details how the federal government deliberately avoided dealing with a health disaster among the Navajo uranium miners, even though uranium mining was considered very much a federal matter. For up to 2 decades after harmful effects of uranium mining were known, protective safeguards were not implemented. The position of scientists in the government who were knowledgeable and who often argued for protection, they actually suffered as well. It also says here that the one bright spot in this article and in this piece of history is that people learn to lean into their communities and organize together and speak up. As a lung cancer advocate, I would love to learn more about how the Navajo people are affected by uranium. I'm going to do my own research and hopefully someday make some friends as well and learn from the actual Navajo people of how uranium mining has affected them. And I'm pretty sure this is still affecting them today.